YouTube. I'm back with another video, one that's kind of helpful for people doing van life. A couple of times I've run into the problem of having a dead battery and being completely unable to jump start it. And there's a really easy solution to this, because sometimes it's just too difficult. We don't always have access to plugins at doing van life, so this is one solution. Now, this kind of started a while ago. I had my main battery die. I couldn't jump it. I took the battery out, brought it to my sister's. We even plugged it in with a battery tender, and it was just too far gone. Been sitting for too long, had been drained too far for the battery tender to even charge it. And this is not an uncommon thing. Battery chargers just sort of top it off. They're not meant to restart it. But there's a very easy solution, and that is you take your battery out, you get in a taxi or an Evo or something, and you take the battery to Canadian Tire, and you ask them to do a battery check. Now, to do a battery check, it needs to be fully charged, and they are capable of charging it up. And so you get kind of two things out of this. You get your battery recharged, and they also give you like a printout that tells you the health of your battery. So if your battery is completely dead, then you know, okay, I have to get a new one. If it's not, then great, you're charged up and ready to go, and then you need to make sure that you don't put yourself in that position again. So I did that for my front batteries, but my AGM batteries, which are relatively new, are not holding a charge. On sunny days, it will charge up around the like 12.3 mark, which, if you know anything about batteries, is already way too low, and it drops down to like 11.5 after the sun goes down. It's been like this for a little bit. Basically, there was a stretch of weather where there was no solar, and the new heater just draws a lot of electricity, and that killed them. They just haven't had the time to do this. So today I'm going to take them out and bring them down to Canadian Tire and see the health of these batteries, what's going on, and if that is enough to save it this time. I know it's been enough to save me in the past, but we'll find out. Okay, so I've just removed my house batteries. One's there, one is there, and I have booked an Evo, so I'm going to go pick that up and put these in the back of it. Okay, so I have these in the back of the Evo, and we are ready to go to Canadian Tire. Okay, so I'm in Canadian Tire. I've just dropped both batteries off, and they said it's 1 to 2 hours per battery, so they will give me a call, left my name and phone number. So I've got like 2 to 4 hours to just hang out in kits here, and yeah, should be fun. We'll see basically the results in a couple hours. The results came back, and those batteries are just completely dead. They won't hold a charge, which is what I was expecting, to be honest, just because it's been so long since I've actually done that damage. We just haven't been having any sun, so it can't get recharged. Basically came back as holding a charge at 12.16 volts, so those are toast. There's nothing you can do for those batteries. So I have the world's best luck. Basically, after I went to Canadian Tire, I came home and, oh, what do you got there, Luna? She's playing with some of the stuff I pulled out here. Anyway, this is my car battery. I left my lights on. So maybe that's not luck. Maybe that's just me being an idiot, but or it is. But I left it on, and it was so dead that I couldn't jump it. I called a cab, and for $20 they'll offer a jump thing, and I just tried that instead of taking it down to Canadian Tire. Well, it was too discharged for us to really charge it up that way. They'd have had to sit there idling for a really long time, and I didn't really feel like paying for a cab to do that. And I can still take this down to Canadian Tire and do what I did with these batteries here. But instead, what I've done is I've hooked it up to my solar panels, and I'm giving that a try just to see what happens here. So if I come over here, you can see that I'm now charging it up. There is current going to the battery, so I'm going to give this a try. Today's just cloudy with a cloudy sun mix, so we'll see how that works. At the end of the day, I'll give this a try. If it still doesn't work, then obviously I can try my Canadian Tire trick. I know. So Luna's decided to once more get in the shot, but I've charged this up a little bit, so I'm going to try it and see if the van will start. Okay, we're going to try it. Hear that, Luna? We're started! Yeah, we are! I found a solution that I want to do for my house batteries. I went around and I went into a whole bunch of battery shops, and for 100 amp hour AGM batteries, you were looking at cheapest price I could find in Vancouver was $260. $290 is more typical per battery. Which is, I mean, that's how much they cost more or less. But I went on to a van life Facebook group and got some information about a guy in Abbotsford who apparently is selling them for $100. So even if they're not as good, that's still significantly cheaper. So I'm going to go out there on my day off and take a look at those, hopefully buy a couple. Yeah, basically it's cheaper for me actually to take an Evo or a rental car, something like that, out to Abbotsford and buy the batteries than it is to buy the ones in the city itself. So I can do that. I could take the van, but I just don't like driving this thing, especially not for more, for like an hour. I don't like doing that. So plus gas is real expensive in this thing, so it just seems like better if I take a rental car, plus do some other things with that. So that's my plan right now. Give it a couple days till my day off, and then I will put that plan into action and see how it goes. Okay, so it's the morning and I'm about to take this Evo to Abbotsford. It's a bit of a drive, but it's not very nice out. It's pretty rainy, so hopefully it's not too bad. So I'm back from Abbotsford. I have 200 amp hour batteries here. They come from this guy. He refurbishes batteries, used to work for the SkyTrain and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of a neat dude. But got them home and now I just got to install them, replace the ones here that I had before. So there may be a slight problem in that these batteries are slightly bigger than the other ones, and this hole here is kind of precise, so I might need to do some trimming and definitely going to need to move that block back. Well, the good news is that these definitely both fit in here, so I'm now going to reattach everything the way it was before. Well, it's certainly quite messy looking, but it's all hooked up, and you can see here the propane detector is working, so it should all be good. Let's go take a look at the readings. I still have to get rid of those, but fortunately there's a battery recycling place right near my work, so the next time I go into work I can just drop these dead ones off. These readings are incredible. I'm so happy that I fixed these batteries because they've been dead, and even at full charge, like, I would only be getting in the 12 volts. So here we go. We've got a really cloudy day out, 38.2 volts. 8 amps on the solar panel. The battery is reading 14.5 volts and 2.3 amps. That's awesome. So I'm finally going to get to see what 400 watts of solar panel is actually doing, because it wasn't doing anything different than 100 to 200 watts with the dead batteries. Right now we're reading 14.8 volts, 2.1 amps. I'm just going to turn the heater on because I have never seen this working before, so it'll be interesting to see what that drop is on this number here. Okay, so these are the numbers with the heater on. If I'm reading this correctly, then I'm still charging. I'm at 13.2, even though I'm getting almost no sun. Yeah, so these are the conditions outside. 400 watts seems to be really nice. I'm really glad that I've finally been able to test that purchase of mine. What do you think of the new batteries, huh? Huh? What do you think? Are they a keeper? She doesn't know. She doesn't speak English, but I think she will like the fact that the heater can run a little bit longer, and the lights can stay on longer. That would be nice. Wouldn't that, Luna? Wouldn't you like the lights to stay on longer? Anyway, that's probably all that I have for this video. If anything goes wrong or if anything else changes, I will, of course, let you guys know. I'm going to try and make some more content, even if it's just small things, just to get back in the habit of that. Really sorry that I took such a long break. I know that a lot of people were reaching out to me, even on other platforms, just trying to figure out, if I was okay, and I was. Just a lot of stuff in my life sort of happened, and my computer broke. The keyboard didn't work, so I couldn't edit, and just sort of a whole number of things came together, and then I kind of got burnt out with making videos a little bit. So I'm going to try and make some more content, keep you up to date with what's going on in the van. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone that showed concern or comment or anything like that. It was nice that you guys did that, and yeah, so I hope all of you guys are well, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is.